pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Toronto Mounties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Down. 60 or.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ready.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Set, ready? 50, play. Go.
A 2-yard pickup.
Alpha.
3rd and 6.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the screen.
Get it.
Watch the screen.
To throw on third down. Herbert. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Browns' drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Daniels. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Well, that seems a little devil-may-care there, doesn't it? They gave up 3 points, but how about them coming right back and putting themselves in a position to get points of their own?
Ready, break.
That will get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Second and 6.
Any weapon.
At the 49-yard line.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Hey, Charlie.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike, 50.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, McLean. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. So they bring out their punter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they try the right side here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Daniels. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
It's a gain of 17.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing after the interception. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Single, single slot, single slot. Switch gears.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off play action. Daniels. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move lateral.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Off the play fake. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions. The
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Protein spill. Go, go.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go. No. Off.
Get it ready.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
I know you feel that.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I see you, boy. I see you.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-17.
21, Browns 17.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Operating from the gun, McLean. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Three down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
50, Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be
on 3rd down, McLean. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Tighten up. Boom. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, McLean. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
That's it, baby. We got to work.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Second and 3. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Again, it's Robinson. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Look at me. Zipper.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Bravo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 10 over.
Check the out. Pick the edge.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50, the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we could seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, Daniels. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The dump-off gets him 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yep. Look at me. Door.
You got time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Welcome back to Toronto. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking to throw. Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 3,
Now.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50. 61, matchbox lights.
Lucky. Mike's 50.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down, Cleveland.
On first down, Daniels. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Throwing
again. Daniels. And this will be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. McLean. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And they rattle off a big one. And even 60 yards. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us.